Sometimes God takes you on a journey you didn't plan, didn't ask for, or maybe even try to avoid. But He knew, He knew what you truly needed. What you want isn't always what will grow you. What you pray for isn't always what will protect you. And sometimes the very path, that feels the most unfamiliar ends up leading you to the deepest peace, the strongest faith, and the kind of joy you didn't even know to ask for. I want you to look at these scriptures today. You might be staring into an uncertain future. Maybe the job you thought was your dream turned out to be not so dreamy after all. Maybe the person you believed would stay forever walked away and into someone else's arms. None of us have control over our circumstances, but we are responsible, for the way we pilot ourselves in the midst of things as they are. Two boats can sail in opposite directions in the same wind, according to the skill of the pilot. The pilot who conducts his vessel onto the rocks says he could not help it. The wind was in that direction. The one who took his vessel into the harbor had the same wind, but he knew how to trim his sails so that the wind conducted him in the direction he wanted. The power of the peace of God will enable you to steer your course in the mix-up of ordinary life. Even when the future feels uncertain, hold on to hope. Nothing is beyond God's power to turn for good. When the path, ahead seems blurry, press into His heart. Stand firm on His promises. He has beautiful things in store for you. And the best part, He's already gone ahead of you and He's walking right beside you.